Si Kate de la Cruz Pilotin ng Radyo Pilipinas, Radyo Publiko.
Makiisa sa makukulay na pagtatanghal at parada. Hatid ang saya para sa bawat pamilya. Selebrasyon ng kultura, sining at pagkakaisa. Matutunghayan dito sa lalawigan ng Laguna. Samahan niyo kami sa pagdiriwang ng Anilag Festival. Anilag Festival Level Up 2026. Hatid ng Radyo Pilipinas, Radyo Publiko.
Radyo Pilipinas is on Viber. Viber. One tap and swipe. Nandyan na lahat. Receive credible news and information. Pati mga trending topics at videos. Sure na meron dito niyan. Stay on track with Radyo Pilipinas on Viber. Pick up real news. Catch the latest and biggest stories. Search Radyo Pilipinas on Viber and hop in to our community.
Time to celebrate kulturang Pinoy, tradisyon, musika, sining, literatura at iba pa. Anything and everything fun and Filipino. Ito ang Pinoy Kultura.
Ang kwento ng adobo. From its humble beginnings sa hapagkainan ng mga Pilipino noong ika-16 na siglo to 21st century international tables, adobo, the most famous and the country's national dish, speaks of our culture, the sour and the salty, the sweetness and spice, mixed with the richness of tender chunks of pork or chicken, sometimes both together. It has traveled provinces, crossed continents to inspire chefs and delight peoples across the seas. Traditionally cooked in clay pots, the Spanish gave the name adobo to the dish, from adobar, which means marinade. It is an indigenous cooking method that uses vinegar and salt to preserve food in the tropical climate. It's been cooked a multitude of ways. Simple, may maanghang, merong may coconut milk, depende sa rehiyon na siyang pinanggalingan. It's so flexible, it can create various and sometimes new tastes. Panlasang Pinoy has listed 31 of what they call insanely delicious adobo recipes. There's the traditional chicken adobo, simple, made with chicken, soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, peppercorns, and bay leaves. There's adobo that varies in color and taste, adobong dilaw, adobong pula, at adobong puti. At hindi lang lutong chicken or pork, may adobong tahong, adobong kangkong, and chicken feet adobo. The New York Times once shared on Twitter a simple chicken adobo recipe as comfort food to cook in the middle of winter. The Food Network had its own adobo recipe, and there is apparently a Spanish chicken adobo with chocolate. This humble but iconic adobo is not without controversy. Wikipedia says a trade department once announced plans to standardize the most popular Filipino dishes to make them easier to promote, starting with the adobo. Maraming hindi natuwa at binatikos ang plano. The agency did a 180, said it's not mandatory and will only be done as a benchmark to define a basic traditional recipe para malaman kung tunay na Filipino dish pag nasa international setting. The adobo has been honored abroad, was runner-up in the Best Nouveau Street Food in the 2010 LA Street Food Fest. Philippine Primers says Chef Gordon Ramsay picked a pork adobo burger in Good Morning America's Battle of the Burgers in 2017. One can say the mix of flavors and spices of this iconic dish is a perfect foil for the Filipino character. It has certainly come a long way and has endured all this time. Simple or fusion elaborate version, the adobo remains to warm hearts and please palates. And bringing Tatak Pinoy to the world, just a bonus.
Yan ang Pinoy Kultura, because our culture is cool.
This is a public service announcement.
Discipline is the key.
Umiwas sa aksidente sa daan. Ang pagmamaneho ay may kaakibat na responsibilidad.
Ano nga ba mag-register para magkaroon ng schedule sa bagong Pilipinas Presidential Action Center? Narito ang mga dapat gawin. Gamit ang iyong mobile device, pumunta sa eGov.ph app. Pwede itong i-download mula sa Apple App Store o sa Google Play Store. Gumawa ng account. Ilagay ang email address, valid mobile number, pagkatapos ay makakatanggap ka ng one-time code sa iyong email. Gamitin ang code sa eGov app para sa verification ng iyong account at ng mga impormasyong ibinigay. Congratulations! Meron ka ng eGov.ph app account. Pwede mo na ma-access ang iba't ibang serbisyo ng gobyerno kabilang ang mga serbisyo sa Bagong Pilipinas Presidential Action Center.
Radyo Pilipinas. Radyo Publiko. Radyo Pilipinas. Radyo Publiko. Mahalagang mga balita, napapanahong impormasyon. Kami ang inyong gabay pag may bagyo at sakuna. Serbisyo ng gobyerno kapag may nangangailangan. Mga proyekto ng Pangulo, damang-dama ang pagmamahal niya. Tulay ng mga hinaing, ang problema ng bayan ating lulutasin. Tulay sa himpapawid, tulay ng pagbabago. Radyo Pilipinas, Radyo Publiko ng bagong Pilipinas. Radyo Publiko, Radyo Pilipinas, Radyo Publiko ng bagong Pilipino. Mga proyekto ng Pangulo, damang-dama ang pagmamahal niya. Radyo Pilipinas, Radyo Publiko, ang boses ng Pangulo.
Serving the Republic of the Philippines for more than 75 years. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service. Pakinggan, panoorin, agaran in real time, o balikan sa pag-scroll up and down. Mga balitang dapat malaman, impormasyong tunay at napakikinabangan. Saan ka man sa buong kapuluan. Bangon sa bagong sigla. Kababayan. Kasama ang social media. Powered broadcaster ng bagong mamamayan. Tapat sa pag-uulat. Ito po ang Presidential Broadcast Service sa Metro Cebu. Radyo Pilipinas, 576 AM.
Oras mga higala, alas 2:08 sa hapon.
Kasayuran o kalambuan. Usa ka programa nga maghatod og mga impormasyon nga angayang masayran sa katawhan alang sa kalambuan sa katilingban. Kasayuran o kalambuan. Og karon, ania ang inyong alagad sa kahanginan.
Maing hapon mga higala, welcome sa laing simana sa atong panagban dinhi sa tulumanong kasayuran o kalambuan sa DYMR Radio Pilipinas, Radio Publiko Cebu. Ani kita karon sa ikatulong simana sa Marso mga higala nya. Karong mga gutlo atong ipabati ang pagpamulong ni Presidente Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. kabahin na sa unveiling of marker nga opisyal nga mo inaugurar sa Mactan Expo nga nimutang sa Dakbayan sa Lapu-Lapu. Atong paminawon.
Na paghahanda para sa ating mga, well, this is not going to be just for one, this is for MICE. This is for the entire Lapu-Lapu city. It's lucky that you have it here in your town, because this will be a big draw for all kinds of activities. My fellow workers in government, actually, nagbubulungan kami kanina. Kami mga sa gobyerno, sabi namin, sana sa government kaya natin gawin to. Yung 2 taon, ganito kalaki ang ginawang project. Tayo, napakabagal. Kaya nagmamahal. Pero that is why it was very early on, we recognized that there are things that government does well, and there are things that the private sector does well. And to partner with the private sector, ito nga ang nagiging resulta. Other distinguished guests, maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. to the people of Cebu, daghang salamat sa inyong mainit na pagtanggap. Kaligayahan ko po ang makabalik ulit dito sa Cebu, makasama kayong lahat. Isa na ito sa mga lugar na muli talagang aking binabalik-balikan. And I think hindi lamang dahil ito yung Cebu, dahil pinaghahandaan natin, palagay ko bawat linggo makikita niyo ako dito nangungulit na para to make sure that everything is prepared. Mabuti naman at dito gaganapin yung ating mga opening ceremony dahil Cebu is well known around the world, and you always, and the reason for that is not only because Cebu is a beautiful place, but your warmth, your generosity, kindness continues to show the world the true meaning of Filipino hospitality. Now, pinapalakas natin ang turismo sa Cebu dito sa pagbukas nitong Mactan Expo. Our tourism industry is now under a great deal of pressure dahil sa mga nangyayari. And last year we only welcomed 6 million people. Just to give you a frame of reference, Thailand welcomes 30 million tourists every year. Kaya malaking nakakabuli natin. But still, facilities such as this are an encouraging sign. And I am excited to explore more ways to elevate Philippine tourism. Of course, Cebu will always play a very, very large part in all our plans for tourism. That you have made a name for yourselves around the world, and you are recognized as one of the favorite tourist destinations in the Philippines. Because travelers look for destinations that are easy to reach, equipped with facilities such as this. And of course, the beauty that the whole of the Philippines is able to offer. But alongside that, our infrastructure must continue to improve so that every visitor's experience becomes smoother, more memorable. That's why we need to build more facilities such as this and strengthen our infrastructure so that we support tourism even more strongly. Mactan Expo is one of the projects that will further enhance our tourism sector. Kevin gave you a little bit of background as to how the Mactan Expo came about. And I'll take it even a step further back. What really happened here was that we were in Indonesia for the ASEAN. And kausap ko si Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia dahil sila ang susunod sa Indonesia. And we were talking about it, and he was saying that we are next. And then I asked him, what is it that you have to, well, first of all, the first question I asked him, how much are you spending? Hindi ko na lang sasabihin sa inyo kung ano yung sinabi niya sa akin. Nagulat na ngayon ako, sabi ko, laking And then he explained to me that we have 650 meetings. Besides the big ones in May, the opening ceremony and the summit in May, and then there's another summit in November. But even last January, nagsimula na tayo. We have had ministers' meetings, we have kung saan-saan sa Pilipinas. So it is a really big deal. And of course, siyempre, kailangan we show the best of the Philippines. So, doon napaisip ka agad ako. And that's when I started talking about it. I said, look, where is the place in the Philippines where we can bring our guests? Because I remember in Indonesia, kung saan kami dinala was a new tourist destination. And when I remember seeing that talagang bagong-bago, yung medyo hindi pa tapos, not yet completely finished. And I asked President Widodo, I mean, why did you ask us to come here? And he said, because Bali is already too full. And so we need to develop a new tourist destination. And that's why, and then that's what I said, okay, fine. When I got back, sabi ko, susunod na tayo sa Malaysia. Paghandaan na natin. Saan tayo pwedeng maglagay ng 11, at that time 10 heads of state plus their delegations in one place? Simpleng-simple lang, hotel accommodations. Each leader has to have the presidential suite. Hindi mo pwede ilagay sa junior suite na maliit. And it has to be, the facilities have to be sufficient so that the delegations, and then they can work. Because when you go to these meetings, you bring a whole secretariat with you. So kailangan may lugar para yung mga, all the entire secretariat, tapos yung media. The logistics are quite daunting. So they said the only place is going to be in Manila around PICC. Around doon, maraming hotel doon, marami tayong... And sabi ko, I took the page out of President Widodo's book. And I said, okay, but everybody knows already Manila. And PICC is, wala, maganda yan, no problem. But let's bring them to another place para makita naman nila. And we thought, where's the other place? Where are the big cities? Well, there's Cebu, there's Davao, there's CDO, pero hindi yung kulang yung accommodation. The only place that we could do it was here, in Lapu-Lapu City. So, the next concern, saan natin i-conduct yung summit? At nakita ko yung mga ginawa nila sa ibang bansa, very impressive. So nagtanong na ngayon ako, kung gagawin, if the only alternative to Manila is going to be in Lapu-Lapu City, in Cebu, sabi ko, saan natin gagawin? Where do we have the summit meetings? And they said, well, there's no real place to conduct it. And that's when we had the conversation with Kevin. When he was saying, I said, paano nga, where can we do it? What hotel, function, yung malaking function room. Then that's when he told me, actually, may plano kami na para sa magtayo ng convention center. Pero yun na nga, na-postpone dahil sa pandemic. And then I said, sige, tuloy na natin para total gagawin na rin ninyo, ituloy na natin. And he showed me the plans. And I think the capacity then was for 600, 800 people. Sa loob-loob ko, sabi ko, kulang ito. That's not big enough. We need to have a bigger space simply because ganun karami ang tao. Like for example, for the gala dinners, we are going to feed close to 1,000 people. During the delegation, each leader brings 20, 30 people, nakasama talaga niya all the time. Meron pag staff doon, security, kung ano-ano pa. So we really had to have a bigger place. That's when I asked him, can you make it bigger? That was the first question. Sabi niya, bakit hindi? Why not? We'll make it so that we can have a plenary hall which can accommodate the numbers that are required. And then the next question, hindi mo nabanggit ito, when can you build it? When will it be finished? Because the first summit is in May of 2026. Napaisip si Kevin. Sabi niya, we can finish it by the end of 2025. Sabi ko, totoo. Sabi niya, kaya namin yan. So, ayan na. That's when he started putting pressure on all of you guys. Mula nun, hindi na kayo natutulog, hindi na kayo kumakain, puro lang pagpatayo nito. My fault. That was really my fault. But, true to his word, look at us. We are here now. I came here last January, and the structure was already here. Hindi pa finished na kagaya nito. But then, I said, Kevin, will it be finished in time? Will it be finished in time? He says, we'll finish it in time. And lo and behold, here we are now, March 16 of 2026, and look at this very, very nice facility that is world-class, that ipagmamalaki ko. Kayang-kayang ipagmalaki ng Pilipino sa kahit sino pumunta rito, that this is as nice and as well appointed, as well built, and has the capacity of any other convention center, all the MICE kind of activities. kayang-kaya lahat ito, hindi tayo mapapaya, not only sa hindi tayo mapapaya, maipagmamalaki pa natin. And so I congratulate you all who have put in all the long hours and have put in all the long days that made this a success. And I looking forward now. I was here. I inspected now the lot that's in front of the convention center, kung saan namin gagawin yung gala dinner. At saka siyempre may palabas tayo. And we have to make again, kailangan magpasikat. Dahil nung kausap ko ang mga prime minister at saka president ng ASEAN, sinasabi ko, I didn't realize it was such a big production. Oh yes, and I'm sure, but they said, I'm sure the Philippines, you're going to have a very, very nice show, because we know the Philippines is full of talent, the singers, the dancers, all the entertainers. Sabi ko, oh no, pressure. Sabi ko, kailangan pagbutihan natin. And so today I went there and we made the necessary adjustments. Basically, minadali ko lahat to make sure that everything is in place. And that's why I was saying earlier that I will be here more often, makikita tayo, but your job is, I suppose, now 90+% done. Now it's our job to put up the tent and the hall for the gala dinner, which is very, very important, which will feature the best of the Philippines. Not the other reason why we chose Cebu was maraming talent dito. Marami tayong pwedeng puntahan. There are many areas there. Kasi hindi naman, pag kami, the mga leaders, all we see are the inside of the convention center and the inside of our hotel. But the rest of the delegations go around and they visit all the places. And you have to have a place for them to go. And this is the only place that's really tourist-oriented and visitor-oriented. Outside of Manila, of course. Actually, mas maganda pa yata rito dahil you don't have to deal with all the other things. And the facilities are excellent. Malapit ang airport. Madali i-secure. You can secure the entire place. So, hindi magulo. Traffic is not going to be a problem. So, it really turned out, yun lang kulang was the convention center. Now that you have built the convention center, we can say that when we have built the temporary, tatayo kami ng tent and put up a bamboo house, then we will have completed all the preparation at least for May. And the next the next job that we are going to have to do is to prepare in Manila. But in Manila, again, PICC is ready. We have fixed it. Pinaganda namin is brand new. It looks brand new. And it's a very good facility anyway. And so I'm medyo mas magaang ang loob kasi I don't worry as much now about them there because the facilities have been there for decades. And, having seen this, I don't have to worry about this area anymore because of all your hard work. So I congratulate you all, and I am happy that we have this here, not only for ASEAN, not only for the big summit meetings, but for afterwards, because this will be here after the Philippine chairship of ASEAN is over at the end of this year. This expo will still, Mactan Expo will still be here to welcome all the visitors from around the world. And once again, it is of such quality and it is of such beauty that I don't think we will have to worry about it being good enough for whatever else you decide to organize, whatever else you decide to conduct here in this Mactan Expo. So I'm very proud to have my name on the plaque there in front that we just unveiled. I had very little to do with it except to put pressure on all of you guys. You guys did all the heavy lifting, as they say. And I am very grateful for all your hard work. I'm grateful for all your dedication to put the Philippines' best foot forward for not only our Asian neighbors, but for the rest of the world. In the many years to come, this will be remembered as a landmark facility for not only for Cebu, not only for Lapu-Lapu, but for the entire Philippines. People will come away from here and they will go back home and they will say, "Ang ganda pala dun." We were hosted in this beautiful place. Not just ASEAN, everyone that will come here will have the same reaction. And for that, we have you to thank. And I look forward. The future is going to be bright for all of those who will be involved in the use and the running and the operation of the Mactan Expo, and of course all the surrounding development that has been put together. We were driving around with Kevin earlier. At nakita namin lahat ng mga the restaurants, the bars, all of these places that are really very well suited to our visitors traveling here. And that's why I speak not only of ASEAN, I speak not only of Mactan Expo, but also of the entire tourism industry. This is a big boost to our tourism industry. We have to develop our tourism industry. We have such competition around our region. But we have the single advantage, and that is what we have come to call in the tourism industry here in the Philippines, the Filipino smile. And that is something that everybody appreciates, and we are the most, as far as I can tell, as hospitable, probably more hospitable than the average person. And so we look forward to greater successes in the future. So once again, thank you, all of you that have been involved in the putting up of this facility, all the way from Kevin, all the way to every single worker that ever put their hands on this facility. I thank you for all your hard work. I congratulate you for the very beautiful building that you have put together, this facility that you have put together. Not only is it good looking, it is functional, and it is ready, it is open for business. And so all we now have to do is to get ourselves organized, make sure that everything goes well, and so long as we get a good start with the ASEAN Summit, which begins on the 8th of May, then I'm sure that there's nowhere to go but up. Well done. Congratulations. The future is bright. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Mr. President. And now, may we request the President to kindly grant us a photo opportunity.
But we
May we also invite Mr. Kevin Tan, Ms. Lourdes Gutierrez Alfonso, Lapu-Lapu City Cebu Lone District Representative Junard Chan, and Lapu-Lapu City Cebu Mayor Cindy Chan to join the first couple for the photo opportunity. For the first set, may we call on the Mega World executives and officers.
Probably more hospitable than the average person, and so we look forward to greater successes in the future. So once again, thank you, all of you that have been involved in the putting up of this facility, all the way from Kevin, all the way to every single worker that ever put their hands on this facility. I thank you for all your hard work. I congratulate you for the very beautiful building that you have put together, this facility that you have put together. Not only is it good looking, it is functional, and it is ready, it is open for business. And so all we now have to do is to get ourselves organized, make sure that everything goes well, and so long as we get a good start with the ASEAN Summit, which begins on the 8th of May, then I'm sure that there's nowhere to go but up. Well done. Congratulations. The future is bright. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
Thank you. And now,
Angeli? Okay. Inyo pong napakinggan ang speech ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. kaugnay po ng inauguration sa Mactan Expo kung saan nga ay inaasahan nga po na makakapag-accommodate ito no ng mga delegado mula sa ASEAN, no? At okay, Angeli? Yes, go ahead. Naririnig mo ko, Angeli? Okay.
Kakatapos lang ng yes, kakatapos na nga nitong speech ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. kung saan salamat nito ang gumawa nitong Mactan Expo dahil nga nakaya hanggang sa on time no na gagamitin para sa venue ng ASEAN Summit ngayong May.
Oras muna natin. 2:31 ng hapon. Babalikan po natin ang ilan pang mga detalye kaugnay nga po sa...
Okay, mga higala, inyuhang nadungog ang pagpamulong ni Presidente Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. alang nasa inaugurasyon no, nga kining pag-abli mga higala sa Mactan Expo Center sa Mactan New Town diha sa Dakbayan sa Lapu-Lapu. So ang presidente mo ay nangulong higala sa inaugurasyon nya kini nga venue mo ni ang gamito no usa ni siya sa pahigayunan mahigala sa mga tigom sa naglakip na sa Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN Summit mga higala wherein ang Pilipinas mo ay chair sa summit karong 2026. Unya ang kining usa ni ka first standalone convention center mahigala nga gihimo sa Mega World Corporation no. Nya mao ni mo bali mao na unya ni venue mahigala no sa dagkong mga kalihukan maka-accommodate og daghan nga mga partisipante mahigala. And usa na ni ana ang ASEAN Summit no nga sugdan karong Mayo. So nalipay ang presidente mahigala no sa kining dunay dako-dako nga venue no dinhi sa Cebu no aside sa naandan na nga venues mahigala nga gamito no kay mapasigarbuhon siya no sa kining nakita niya nga kining kalambuan mahigala no sa pagpangandam sa ASEAN Summit nya. Ang presidente mahigala no bali upat ni ka mga kalihukan ang iyang gitambungan or iyang mahigala ang una kaganang buntag katong nag-inspection siya sa Learning Community Space o Yakap Kalinga program diha ni sa Dakbayan sa Bugo no sa iyo kaganang buntag unya karong hapon mga higala kuani mo ni kaning sa inaugurasyon sa Mactan Expo Center. Unya human ni ana moderetsyo ang presidente alang na sa oath taking sa bag-ong na-promote nga mga magtutudlo mahigala ubos sa Cebu Provincial Schools Division Office. Unya human day ni ana ang kining iyang pagsusi sa bagong Pilipinas eGov PH Serbisyo Hub diha ni sa Barangay Subang Dako sa Dakbayan sa Mandaue. So upat gud mahigala no busy kayo ang presidente no naa siya karon dinhi sa Sugbo no. So bag-uhay lang gid siya naka hatag og mensahe mga higala. Atong oras alas 2:34 na sa kahapon. Sir Ed, ato unay palabang ang una og ikaduhang hugna sa mga pahinumdom mobalik ang kasayuran og kalambuan.
Maging fuel efficient sa wastong pressure ng gulong at pag-set ng thermostat ng aircon sa katamtaman o hindi bababa sa 22 degrees Celsius. May savings ka na aabot sa 5%.
This is a public service announcement from the Department of Energy and this station.
Dengue na mula sa kagat ng lamok ay ating maiiwasan kung 4S ay ating sasagawa at pakikinggan. Search and destroy.
Destroy natin yung mga maharing pamahayan ng lamok sa pamamagitan ng pagtaob sa mga kagamitang maaring pag-ipunan ng tubig at pag-intlugan ng lamok.
Self-protection.
Ito ay pamamagitan ng pagsuot ng damit na may mahabang manggas o pantalon o maaring paggamit po ng insect repellent.
Seek early consultation.
Unang simptomas pa lang katulad ng pananakit ng tiyan, tuloy-tuloy na pagsusuka, pagdurugo ng gilagid o ilong, pagkapagod o pagkabalisa, dapat po kumonsulta na tayo sa pinakamalapit na health center at doktor.
Support fogging and spraying.
Sa mga lugar lamang na may pagtaas ng kaso ng dengue.
Tayo ang simula. Ugaliing maging malinis sa katawan at malinis sa kapaligiran. Siguradong hindi lamang dengue fever ang maiiwasan. Isang paalala mula sa Radyo Pilipinas.
Maging fuel efficient, siguraduhin na walang bagahe na di kinakailangan sa sasakyan. Magmaneho ng wasto at iwasan ang idling. May savings ka na aabot sa 15%.
This is a public service announcement from the Department of Energy and this station.
Makiisa sa makukulay na pagtatanghal at parada. Hatid ang saya para sa bawat pamilya. Selebrasyon ng kultura, sining at pagkakaisa. Matutunghayan dito sa lalawigan ng Laguna. Samahan niyo kami sa pagdiriwang ng Anilag Festival.
Anilag Festival.
Anilag Festival Level Up 2026.
Level Up 2026.
Hatid ng Radyo Pilipinas, Radyo Publiko.
Anilag Festival.
Halama, nihilak lagi na si Manoy ay. Dili pa mga lalaki, dili ang ngayang mahilak kay iso sila. Anak, bisan ang mga lalaki, mahilak usab sama ka na mo mga babay. Dili daw tan ang paghilak ug pagpakita sa imong tinuod nga emosyon. Timan nga tao raw usab sila nga masakitan. Dili tungod kay mohilak ka, huyang ka. Samtang sayo pa, pasabtang inyong mga anak sa mga nahitabo sa ilang palibot. Ang paghilak sa mga lalaki sagad matang sa gender and emotion stereotype nga dili angayang magpadayon. Itudlo ang insakto, respeto alang sa tanan. Usa ka pahinumdom gikan ni ining maong estasyon.
This is a public service announcement.
Discipline is the key. Umiwas sa aksidente sa daan. Ang pagmamaneho ay may kaakibat na responsibilidad, hindi basta mapaandar lang ang sasakyan. Kilatisin ang sarili, ang kahandaan sa manibela, siguruhing inyong konsentrasyon ay hindi magagambala. Importante rin na ating laging isipin, init ng ulo ay huwag pairalin, bagkus kaligtasan ng lahat ang siyang dapat unahin. Isang mahalagang paalala mula sa Presidential Broadcast Service at Radyo Pilipinas, Radyo Publiko, 738.
This is a public service announcement.
Public service announcement
From PBS, Presidential Broadcast Service at Radyo Pilipinas, Radyo Publiko, 738.
Maging fuel efficient, siguraduhin na walang bagahe na di kinakailangan sa sasakyan. Magmaneho ng wasto at iwasan ang idling. May savings ka na aabot sa 15%.
This is a public service announcement from the Department of Energy and this station.
Ding dong! Uy, may safety tips for you. Pwedeng para sa lindol, pero pwede rin pang love life mo. Number 1, iwasan maglagay ng mga babasagin sa mataas na lugar para iwas ma-fall kapag may malakas na lindol. Number 2, make sure na alam ng lahat ang emergency exit para makalabas agad pag ayaw mo na. Kapag tapos na ang lindol. And number 3, speaking of exit, dapat may label. Mahirap kasi kapag walang label. Ang fire exit, fire extinguisher at iba pang emergency equipment. Simple tips para ligtas ang puso at sarili sa panahon ng sakuna. #panatag ang may alam.
Maging panatag Pilipinas.
Dahil sa sunod-sunod na balita ng mga lindol sa bansa, madalas naririnig natin ang mga terminong magnitude at intensity. Pero ano nga bang pagkakaiba ng dalawa? Ang magnitude ay ang sukat ng enerhiya ng lindol. Sinusukat ito gamit ang mga instrumentong seismograph. Samantala, ang intensity naman ay ang sukatan ng epekto ng lindol. Kung gaano kalakas ang naranasang pagyanig at pinsalang dulot nito sa mga tao at istruktura. Magkaibang datos, pero parehong mahalaga. Katuwang ang Radyo Pilipinas, dapat alerto publiko.
Sa isang bagong Pilipinas, hindi dapat makamba ang pamilyang Pilipino sa mga bayarin sa ospital. Kaya naman sa Zero Billing Policy, libre ang inyong paggamot sa lahat ng mga Department of Health hospitals. Mapa-inpatient, outpatient, o emergency services. Isama na rin ang mga mamahaling gamot, lab tests, therapy, at marami pang iba. Libre ang inyong paggamot. Ang pangangalaga sa kalusugan ng mamamayan ay ang ating pangunahing tungkulin dahil ang serbisyong medikal ay karapatan at hindi dagdag pasanin.
Kini ang kasayuran ug kalambuan. Kauban si SHEILA GRAVINEZ sa Radyo Pilipinas, Cebu.
Alas 2:41 na mga higala, balik kita dinhi sa kasayuran o kalambuan sa DYMR. Madungog ta sa 576 kHz sa dial sa inyong mga radyo sa AM band. And naka-live stream ta karon sa Facebook page Radyo Pilipinas Cebu, ingon man sa YouTube channel. And ato sa deng ipaabot ang ato ang pahalipay. Congrats sa ato ang kani kauban sa buhat may gala si Attorney DX Lapid nga gitudlo isip bag-ong General Manager sa Metro Cebu Water District or MCWD. Mao ni ang utility sa tubig mahigala nga nagserbisyo sa mga lungsod o syudad sa Metro Cebu. No? So good, murag hangtod sa Liluan, then down to diri sa kuan mahigala, no? Murag na portion sa Naga, ana, no? So, ang si Attorney Lapid mga higala, natudlo ni siya before sa kining isip Officer in Charge or OIC General Manager sa MCWD ni adtong Abril 12, 2024. Apan, niluwat siya sa katungdanan may gala sa maong posisyon ni adtong 2024 gihapon, no, April, no, na-appoint siya may gala human gisuspenso si kanhi DS or MCWD General Manager Edgar Donoso. So ang iyang pag-resign mga higala ni Attorney DX Lapid, no, mo ni nga nanatoy kining ni lain nga ni manage sa MCWD, no. So congratulations ni Attorney DX Lapid. Kanhi ni siya magsisibya mahigala, no, sa katong napay istasyonan, no, sa ABS-CBN ang DYAB, no, sa Pikas Sibyaanan. Unya ang kining sa already sa lakaw sa panahon mahigala, no, sugod last week man siguro ko ako masayop mahigala ang kining nabati na to, ang kining kabugnaw, no? Tugnaw kayo may gala. Labi na kaligo na to, sir. No? Magdadali tawag kaning bukbo sa tubig kay tugnaw kay mura nagnanay gibutang ice ang ato ang tubig sa pagkaligo may gala. Say paspas na kining say mga regular gyud, no, kana mga dili magdali mga 20 minutes, no, kaligo. Pero kay tugnaw man, no, ang bugna kining tubig may gala bugnaw, so mga 10 minutes ra siguro ang kaligo mga higala, no. So ang kining atong nasinati nga kabugnaw sa panahon, mao ni siya ang sa kining amihan, no, or kining northeast monsoon. But ang kining hangin mga higala, no, hinay-hinay na ni siya nga ni huyang, no? And sa sigon pa sa Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration or PAGASA nga sa tungang bahin karong simana may gala, no, basig sa Miyerkules mo sud na ang kining easterlies or ang kining igang nga hangin may galagikan sa dagat Pasifiko, no. So expected ni siya moy mo pasulabi may gala no sa magsugod sa midweek may gala karong ikatulong simana sa Marso. So gikan sa northeast monsoon ang mo-shift na ang hangin may gala sa kining from northeasterlies to easterlies, no, may magdala ni og igang or warmer weather conditions mga gala, no, kay mawa na ni no, anam-anam na ni og kawa ang hanging amihan, no. So balik na sad ta diri sa kining kuan may gala gamit sa ato ang electric fan or sa aircon. Kay karon may gala kami wala ni hunong mi sa paggamit og kining ceiling fan kay tugnaw man jud kayo di madaog kining nipis nga habol, no. So dapat kining baga-baga gyud, no. So and wala say na monitor nga low pressure area or LPA may gala sa gawas sa area of responsibility kun kining Philippine Area of Responsibility or PAR mga igala, no, dinhi sa nasod. Yes, Sir Ed? Naputol lang ato ang kuan day may